Right. Hi, Julian. How you doing? Recovered from
Oh,
last
hello,
night?
John. Not bad. Not bad, thank you.
Good, good. Right. Well, you know the game. 6 minutes. Let's go.
Okay, lovely. So question one was, what do you understand to be the main priorities and concerns of residents specifically in the new areas moving into the constituency? Okay, so in the north, we have the southeast half of Langley has moved in. And what we're hearing on the doorsteps, there's a lot about crime, a lot about cuts to police and PCSOs, which we, the Liberal Democrats, would reverse. We're also hearing a lot about Gaza. They're very disappointed in both the Conservative and Labour, but Labour in particular. They seem to be hemorrhaging votes in that part of the constituency. And also on the local council, I think that there's definitely a difference of opinion. There's about services, but they just don't, the chaos. They just want collaboration to try and make things better. In the south, we have Englefield Green and Virginia Water have moved in. Englefield Green, I think there's a real town v gown issue. There's a lot of town people who are upset the fact that Royal Holloway is looking to expand. There's real worries over housing. In Virginia Water, I think again, police, PCSOs, they want a bit more presence. One issue's been quarrying on the Green Belt. The fabulous Karen Relsel, now Liberal Democrat councillor, has led on this. Okay, number two, how can we believe your claims to grow the economy when some of you have ruled out rejoining the single market? Well, this is my question. So look, the Conservatives are in denial about the damage their extreme version of Brexit has wrought on the country. We need to fix the appalling deal with the EU and break down the trade barriers that have pushed up inflation and that threaten businesses across the UK. The Conservative candidate, he's been a cheerleader for the very worst form of Brexit. We need to have to see what he has to say about this. Labour have disappointingly, they've gone along with the most extreme version of Brexit, and their promise to make Brexit work, I think it sounds hollow, sounds like more of the same. The Lib Dems have promised to rejoin the single market in the medium term. Question three, how are we doing? Okay. After the disastrous Lib Conservative coalition government, Labour's Kier Starmer's abandoning all the pledges he was elected on, the failure of Tory Brexit to deliver on its promises. Why should anyone trust the big three political parties? I think I can guess who wrote this one. Look, when you look at the chaos of the last 9 years of Conservative-only government, the coalition years actually look positively normal, as it were. They look moderate, strong and stable. Under the coalition, we went from being the slowest growing country in the G7 at the start to the fastest growing up to and at the end of Q1 2016. Then it all went horribly wrong. Something happened in the middle of 2016. I wonder what that made it all go wrong. Now, yes, of course, the coalition made mistakes. All governments make mistakes, and certainly the Lib Dems in coalition made mistakes, as all governments do. But we got a lot of wins, even with just 1/10 of the MPs. I think we did actually better than people would say with the small impact we had. Question four. Yeah, doing okay for time. So the Workers' Party of Britain is committed to making the first degree free for students. What justification do others have in charging students exorbitant fees to study and saddle young people with debt that can take decades to pay off? Okay. The question actually, I think, misunderstands the way that the student fee regime works. So it's more like a graduate contribution, an earnings-based graduate contribution, or graduate tax in all but name. So you only pay the maximum if you earn enough later on, and the maximum is tariff, how much your thing has cost with interest. Even then, it's based on a fixed percentage of earnings above sort of roughly median earnings up to the tariff. If you don't earn enough, you don't pay. Anything still outstanding after so many years, it's written off. So it's not a debt per se. But here's the but. Look, we do need to encourage more people into university. Actually, generally, people are going to university, but the poorest we need to do more to encourage them. What the Liberal Democrats would do is we would reinstate maintenance grants for the most disadvantaged students to really open up opportunity where it's most needed. Okay, question five. If you had to vote for one of the other candidates, who would it be and why? Look, I'd never vote for the extremes. I will say that locally, I have got a lot of respect for hardworking local candidates at all levels of government who listen. They're willing to collaborate across main parties. I've got, friends in other main parties. I'm sorry to say, though, on this basis, I don't see this in any of the other candidates. So unfortunately, I might not vote.
Okay. Is that it? Over and out. Well done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.